Hello and welcome, folks.
Good
Good to have you here.
Um, Sorry that music came in a little bit strong at the beginning. Forgot to turn it off. Um, Today, instead of our usual vampire game, which is on hiatus, we're going to take a crack at playing some Outgunned. I have three wonderful people here with me, um, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then I will tell you a little bit about me and about the game itself. GM runs game. Go ahead and get us started. Tell us about you and what you're willing to share about your character for this
Sure.
outgunned game.
Okay. So my name's Thomas. I have a YouTube channel, GM Runs Games, and my character is called Zach Zephyr, who is a muscular movie wannabe, um, hacky western kung fu ripoff type actor.
Alrighty, and I'll get you all that YouTube link so you can go follow him in a moment. Thomas, if you want to send me that over in Discord, I'll post it out for you.
Yeah, sure, man.
From there, we'll go to Benji.
Hello, everyone. Despite Vampire being on hiatus, Vampy still can't get rid of me. As always, my name is Benji. My pronouns are he, him. And today, instead, I will be playing what hopefully will become a favorite John McClane knockoff, Johnny Reeve. Should be kind of interesting getting to actually see what this whole system holds in store for us.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Sarah, go ahead and give us your spiel and a little bit about your character.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Pronouns are she, they, and also can't be got rid of. I'm playing Sam Jackson. She is an adrenaline junkie, total anything that has wheels or wings, she can figure out how to drive it. She knows what she's doing.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I've already run through. Oh, me. I'm Vampire Bites. My channel. If you don't know who I am, welcome in. I'm a little bit off the rails myself. Yeah, I am an ancient, immortal, and sometimes immoral entity. My pronouns are whatever you feel like using. I don't care. Typically, they, them brings me pleasure, and I'm experimenting with fair, which is interesting. So, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'll take it. I'm a myth. I'll give you that much. Outgunned is a cinematic action game. If you take the likes of any cinema action adventure type movie, you can fit it into the framework of Outgunned. Greyline, who's in our chat, ran me through an amazing game of an Outgunned game of Aliens meet Coriolis, which was interesting crossover, and there was some really crazy stuff there. And as far as the rules of the game, if you've ever played Yahtzee, you can play Outgunned, because rather than working up a number, rather than building to a target number in rolling dice, you roll the dice and you make pairs. A straight doesn't count, though. However, if you get two of a kind, that counts as a success. It's called a basic success. If you get three of a kind, that's even better. That counts as three basic successes or one. I forget what the number scale is, but so that's something Benji in particular. When you're so alchemy does this for us, but if you're building it in your on your own, remember that three of one success can be called three of that kind of success or one of the next kind up.
Yeah.
Usually you want it to be the next kind up, but sometimes you want to break those.
Cheats.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to break those down. If something calls for one basic success and you get a critical success, you did really well. So you kind of count up the individual successes and figure out your totals. Project Medusa specifically is a mission dossier, which is the outgunned version of a module. So I am just running a module here. It's an interesting little module. Where's that synopsis again? The back of the DVD that's going to come out when this is all done, not really. Several years ago, a group of Indian archaeologists exhumed the remains of a creature so monstrous that the scientists called it Medusa. The unusual DNA of this creature hides the secret to developing an extremely powerful virus, a devastating weapon in the wrong hands. The evil Dr. Konstantin Stamos kidnapped Dr. Zilla Zephyr and her team of researchers and is forcing them to develop a silent and invisible virus that could be injected into victims, causing no symptoms until someone activates it remotely. If Project Medusa is ever completed with success, Stamos could decide the fate of millions with just the press of a button and in full anonymity. And bump here. Scene 1. You pull up to a diner. Johnny, you were supposed to meet your contact here at the diner. It's a 24-hour diner, your typical greasy spoon. And as you head inside, sitting at the booth, three of you together, in an old diner that has seen better days. The checkered floor is sticky. The large window shows the glare of headlights when the cars go in and out of the parking lot. There's a sad song playing on the radio. Carter, a trusted contact of yours, Johnny, told you to meet him here at 11. It's already past midnight. The diner is almost empty. There's still no sign of Carter. The situation is starting to look suspicious. More long minutes pass, crawling by in the growing tension. The diner door suddenly shakes open with a ding from the bell, with a clearly shaken man, drenched with sweat and a deep wound in his side, steps in. That's Carter. I'm sorry. As Carter is pushed to the ground by a gang of thugs armed with metal bars, chains, and bad intentions. One of them shouts at the remaining patrons to get out. These hooligans with long hair, leather jackets, and tattoos and scars on their faces and arms surround your booth. Unfortunately, this is an ambush, and a fight seems inevitable. And let's rewind a little bit. Because I read that all way too fast. I was not paying attention to the GM notes.
You're not alone in being there.
It's okay. I mean, that's what happens. But
Wait, can I ever just have an opening scene of your game where it doesn't arrive with somebody getting slashed open? This is twice in a row. I'm starting to think it's a habit.
This one was written in. Actually, the other one was too. Because that came from somewhere. I didn't write either of those opening scenes. I think that's just a trope or something. You are in the diner. And that's why this PDF defaults to a 2-page read, so you can remember to read your GM notes as you go. The heroes are sitting at a booth in an old diner that has seen better days. The checkered floor is sticky. The large window shows the glare of headlights when the cars go in and out of the parking lot. There's a sad rock song playing on the radio. You are here waiting for Parker. So this is player interaction time, character interaction time. What are y'all doing while you're sitting there waiting for Johnny's contact? He's already late.
Zach will be chewing a toothpick. His foot will be tapping, looking around nervously, and his eyes will go somewhere in the direction of the GM, and he'll say, "I got a bad feeling about this, guys."
Sam is kind of sitting, watching, facing the window, watching, kind of always keeping eyes on her car and the door, kind of like simultaneously, while sipping on some very fizzy pop drink, and just kind of making sure there's an exit plan in place, just in case, sort of thing.
And
In hand.
everybody, give yourself one additional adrenaline. We just got a boon from Churney Adventures, another awesome streamer and community. I'm gonna take a picture of that here.
Nice, thank you.
There. Yep. Yeah, so the Tipsy Tiger and Churney Adventures are both in here, and they brought me to a fantastic TTRPG community, and Churney Adventures is one of those. And yeah, so they just granted a major boon from Channel Point Redemption, which gives everybody an extra adrenaline. So you guys get to start with 2 instead of 1.
Woo.
Nice.
Thank you.
Anyways, back to Donnie. What are you doing? You're waiting for your contact.
Yeah.
Who is
At
late.
this point, he's maybe 3 or 4 cups of coffee in. He's watching the door, kind of keeping an eye to the patrons as well. This isn't fucking like him.
The overall patronage of the diner is getting emptier and emptier as time scrolls by, and the clock ticks midnight. The waitress comes over and says, did you all need more coffee, or did you want to order?
I'll look at Johnny.
Yeah, go ahead and top me up and anything these 2 want.
I'll take a water.
Of course.
Do a basket of fries.
Happy to get them for you. He disappears. And as more time passes, the basket of fries is empty, and your coffee and water and soda or whatever has been refilled a number of times. And still no Carter. Let's do some rolls just to kind of get everybody in the feel for how the rolling works. Low stakes roll, but I'm actually going to give everybody a chance to maybe, especially because you were kind of paying attention and you're looking at the parking lot and watching people come and go. More going than coming, so it becomes a little bit more obvious. So I'm going to have everybody roll a. Oh, come on! Isn't there an awareness type? Yeah, it's right at the top. It's an awareness. Awareness is typically plus crime. If you can think of a reason that awareness would be paired with a different skill, let me know, or a different attribute, let me know. And to make the roll, you go under your skills, you see awareness. If you click it, it turns green. It's kind of hard to tell on some monitors, uh, but yeah, it pops up green, so you know that it's active, and then you just click the roll, unless you want to. Don't, but unless you want to spend an adrenaline, in which case you get your specials from spending adrenaline. But don't do that for this roll because it's too early for that. But yeah, you can also select a brawn, nerves, smooth, focus, or crime. I could certainly see focus or nerves being used in this case against with awareness, but crime is the default.
Cool.
I'm gonna stick with crime because that's my best one.
Yeah, I think nerves for me.
I don't think a chance for nerves too.
Did mine not go through? Whoops,
Yes,
something happened.
Yep, you're there. Oh, you rolled again.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Okay, because I didn't see myself. Oh, I did, sorry.
All right. We'll use the first one. It's better for you anyway.
You rolled well. That's unusual for me.
How are we doing there, Johnny?
2 basic successes.
Okay. So you're not completely caught off guard when the car pulls in and Carter gets shoved to the ground by the gang of fat thugs. So we can. I need to bring in. Oh wait, party. There is a mission sheet which should be available to everybody in the NPC section. And then there's that. There's Carter. Come on, Carter, get in there. Thank you. This is Carter in his current state.
Oof.
Character art by the ethically sourced AI Mythweaver. Now, yeah, we got Carter, a gang of thugs, and a mission sheet. If you open up your mission sheet, it is a shared sheet for all of you.
For it. Is it in hand?
It's no. So there's party and then NPCs at the top right. I think it's.
Yep, I see it. Okay.
Mission sheet is party editable, and this is for you to keep track of stuff that you discover, learn, or want to make notes of. So this sheet will persist across all scenes, and this is your mission sheet. You can edit it and rename it as you wish. However, because it is a shared sheet and you all edit it at the same time, one person's edits will overwrite another person's edits. So, yeah, if you're going to make some notes or edits, make sure you let other people know so that they don't accidentally overwrite it. Yeah, so a gang of thugs. Quick response. What is your immediate response? As they are moving, they push Carter to the ground and are moving to. They're yelling at the very few remaining patrons to get out. It is also obvious that they are targeting your table and not the cashier and register. So they are not here to rob the place. They are here for you.
Zach would spring up and with his foot flick the chair up so that he's grabbing it with both of his hands to create a barrier to do some hand fighting if necessary.
So you're starting off with a defensive type maneuver.
Mhm.
What's everybody else doing?
I think I kick over like the table we're at to almost kind of create like a barrier and then kind of like pull my piece out. Like don't shoot or anything, but pull it out.
All
Or
right,
at least have my hands on it.
so that's 2 defensive maneuvers. Johnny?
Yeah,
you
no
doing?
hesitation has come out.
Sorry? I missed the word.
Yeah, no hesitation. Yeah, his gun's out.
To shoot?
It's aimed to shoot. Yeah.
That will start the combat then.
Oh.
Carter, no. Let me reorganize this. Carter bleeds. Johnny shoots. What is... That's just a roll. It's a shoot nerves. Shoot plus nerves.
Two basic successes for that.
Would you like to push that? What is it called in this game?
You know what? Yeah, for the sake of the free reroll, yeah.
Yeah. If you have a skill of an ability that gives you a free reroll, always take it.
I'll take advantage of that feat.
Yep. If you don't have a feat that gives you a free reroll in a situation.
Okay, beautiful. So that puts it up to, with that maxes out 3, so that goes to a critical success and then 1 additional basic success.
Excellent. Okay. And so just for clarity for everyone, when you push a roll the first time, you can get a free reroll based on several different feats. Each character probably has a feat that lets them make a specific reroll for free. If you don't have a feat that lets you reroll for free, if you don't improve your roll, you lose 1 of your basic successes. But you still don't utterly fail. So it's often still good to reroll and hope you. If you have more than 1 success, or even if you only have 1 success, it's usually good to do a reroll because you can get better, and it's not terrible if you fail. Then there's the really pushing your luck, which is the next level up from there. It's the second reroll. As far as I know, there aren't any feats that give you a free version of that. If you don't continue to improve your roll, you lose all of your successes. So basically, you only do that one when you're desperate. If you know that, if you don't believe that your successes that you have so far will will get you over the threshold, then that's when you want to push it. Also, when doing a reroll, you can only reroll dice that are not part of a success. So we'll get that again when we have an in alchemy roll, so that we can see it more easily. Yeah, rolling, re-rolling, rolling, rawhide. I'm going to have them take damage because their defense is critical. So you do need at least a critical success to even touch them. And then any additional successes beyond that go into their damage. Nope, I don't want damage there. Here. Crit. One. And turn. The thugs. They act as one. This is not multiple enemies. This is for the sake of the cinematic theme. A gang of thugs is one enemy. So damage to one damages the group. You probably actually took one out with that shot. Not necessarily out. Death is a thing that is kind of vague in cinematic universe. But they start shooting at the ceiling, trying to get everyone else out in a hurry. So I am going to want nerves plus cool as the sparks rain down on you.
Oh boy, okay. Alrighty.
Would you like to push that roll?
Sure, why not?
So you can re-roll the heart, the bull, and the star.
Okay.
You just click them, just like in V5. You just click them and re-roll it.
Nope.
It did not get better, and that one success went away.
Oh.
It's not doing any damage to you, thankfully. But it is unnerving you enough that you're not going to get a shot when it rolls back around. And Zach, one of the thugs, throws a nearby table at you. Go ahead and give me a nerves plus stealth.
There's a table. No problem. Nerves plus stealth. Okay.
You have 2 dice. Would you like to push that?
Sure.
All right. You can re-roll the heart and the star. Hey, you pushed it to a critical success.
Ooh.
The defensive posturing that you started with proved in your favor, and you managed to avoid that table with ease.
Using the chair to redirect it, maybe.
All right. As we go into your attack rounds, let's show them what you're made out of. There, Zach.
So I'm going to plant the chair down on the floor a few feet in front of me. I'm going to sort of cartwheel over it and do like a roundhouse kick into one of these thugs.
Sounds
trying
good.
to kick him through the glass window.
Sounds like a fight plus brawn to me.
Let's go for it. One
critical,
basic.
one basic. You only have one die that you could re-roll. If you have a free re-roll, So a free reroll also. If you have a free reroll, it does not cost you a success if you fail it.
Cool.
So
So I
that's
have
the
a free.
yeah. If you have a feat that gives you a free reroll under these circumstances, use it.
Cool. So I do.
Does not improve, but because it's a free reroll, it does not impact that. But that kick solidly lands one in the chest, and he is down for the count. As I locate my gang of thugs again, so I can give them another grit damage. All right, Sam, you are busy collecting your wits from the sparks. Carter bleeds. We're back to the top. So what is everybody's plan? Are we all in attack mode now, or is anybody remaining in defensive mode?
I'm actually going to switch over. I'm going to attempt to get over to Carter and get him actually back behind the table.
Okay. So you will be effectively in defensive mode. I don't think getting him behind a table is going to be a roll or anything, but if they do something against you, you are in defensive mode. Zach and Sam, are you both on the attack now?
Yeah, I will be.
Sam? All right. So Johnny, I'm going to move you down after the gang of thugs. Zach, go ahead. That is another. Describe your new roundhouse or uppercut or whatever you're going for there, and roll your dice.
So we've done a roundhouse. I think I'm probably going to go into some hand fighting and try and strike someone's chest and push them back. And I have a free reroll.
Yep. The snake eye and the bullets are both available to reroll. Didn't change. Do you want to really push your luck and drop that to 0 if you fail, or potentially get it better?
Sure.
All right. Same too. Oh, those dice are just not liking you. You connect with him, but as you do, he catches your arms, and I'm gonna need you to make a defensive roll. Let's say that would be dexterity crime. Yeah.
One basic.
Would you like to push that?
Oh, yeah, I probably should.
Now this one doesn't have a free feat attached, so if you fail it, that one basic goes away.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
One critical. So it's a stalemate between the two of you as you're fighting there. You know, you're pushing it. You try and go to push him back, but he was more prepared than you thought. He goes to grab your arms instead, but you double swipe it and get out of the way of that just in time. Sam, what you got?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot one of these guys here.
All right, so that's a shoot plus nerves.
Alrighty. Okay.
Would you like to push that?
You know what? Let's push it.
So,
and that's re-roll the ones that don't match to matching, right?
Yes, that's the skull, the bullet, and the.
Yep.
Turns it into a critical.
Oh, yeah.
Push it real good. Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you,
I think I'm
Gray
gonna
Lion.
on knees and see if I can take him down.
Sorry.
I'm gonna aim for one of these guys and see if I can take one out.
Okay. Are you going to push it further, or are you going to stay with the critical?
I know me. This is good. I'm not. I'm not risking it. A critical success is too good to lose.
All right. So their defense is critical. So you connected, but without any extra successes to push you over that threshold. It does not damage their grid. So one of them gets shot, but just shrugs it off.
Oh.
You succeeded. They're not going to go back at you.
Alright.
They are going to just shoot directly at you, Johnny, as you're trying to move Carter out of the way.
That's fair.
Brawn plus stunt to avoid that, and to shield Carter.
Okay. Oh, and I'm definitely gonna take the free reroll for that. That's what I'm talking about. So that's a critical and a basic success.
Nice.
Excellent. Features. Yep, defending or saving others. Yes, that is absolutely a free reroll.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking for which feat it was because I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
I was like, either way, if I'm attacking or if I'm defending, either way, I'm getting the free reroll.
Very nice. What would you like to do with that extra success? Because they also have a critical attack. So what would you like to do with that free success?
With that extra one,
It's just a basic, so it's not going to do any damage back at them or anything.
No.
But they definitely missed you, and you managed to protect Carter and get him behind the table as well.
yeah. If anything, it's probably just ripping off some fabric off the bottom of his shirt, or if there's a tablecloth, just trying to apply some pressure to the wound.
Okay. You can. I think that's going to be heal. When you roll the heal, you'll have one extra die.
Mhm.
And that'll be next. Well, no, that's now. So go ahead and make your heal plus your one die.
Yep. Nope. I am just blind. That is. I am just completely missing that. Yeah, that's just gonna be a straight reroll.
If you do not,
It was worth it. That's a critical.
okay.
Ooh.
You wait. Did you have 0 successes before that?
Yes, I did.
Which one is it that? So one of the types of rerolls you have to have successes in order to try and improve them. I'm double checking that right now. No, not in that section. Rerolls. You have to have at least one basic in order to reroll.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so that's just no successes then.
so he is still bleeding out
Yeah.
on the floor behind, but on the floor behind the table. So
Yeah.
he is safer than he was. But he continues, as we come back around to his turn, Carter continues to bleed out. We are back to the top. What's everybody's plan for this round?
How many of them roughly do you reckon there are?
There's 3 or 4 left.
Okay, cool. I'm probably going to continue trying to hit them.
Yep. Sam?
This is a weird question. How close are they to the window?
What would you like to do?
I'm questioning if I can drive my car into them.
That would so you would need to be on the defensive to get out the door past them.
Okay, then never mind. It's worth a shot.
So yes, it is worth the shot, but 1, would you really want to damage your car? And 2, you got to get past them first. So
Yeah, no.
as cinematic as that as cinematic as that feels, we got to put a little bit of story logic to it. They are
I was more like, I mean, I think it's the only thing I'm good at, so that's what I was thinking. What can I do? I think I'm just gonna probably go for another shot at one of them.
okay. And Johnny.
At this point, yeah, he's still keeping with trying to at least get some bandaging on the wound first.
Okay. So Zach, go ahead and give me that fight.
Nice. Still hand fighting with this. The guy I was fighting the last time.
Yeah,
I'm just going to try and push him away and do a sort of a split kick.
Okay. One critical, 1 basic. You have a free push.
Let's go for it.
That would just be the bullet, but hey, if it gets better. I don't recommend it, but if you want to go all in, you can.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Not when you're doing a splits kick.
Gee, why?
Way too risky.
Can I edit that on the fly? I haven't been taking quite enough of the damage off the rereading. So. You do, as you shove the one guy back, he stumbles over some of the overturned furniture and cracks his head on a table. Your kick plants directly, uppercuts them in the chin, and breaks the jaws. They are not looking to fight more. There is 1 man left standing, Sam. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna shoot at him. Let's see what we get. Give me 1 second.
Does Sam have a feat that allows a free reroll?
Let me see.
For this, spin out. That's all.
That be in features, right?
Yeah. Doesn't look like it.
If I'm not, it looks like if I'm not behind the wheel, I don't get.
Well, you do have that's all. So
Yeah.
If you're trying to prove how much of a badass you are, you get a
Yeah.
free reroll.
Yeah, but that's not this.
Yeah. And for your proven driver, it is each time you take that feat, it's 1 type of vehicle. So are you doing a car, a bike, a plane, or what? What is your intent behind that? Starting with cars?
Probably, yeah. Because, I mean, that's probably what I have access to. And I don't think a bike would be very helpful to us in this moment because we might need a pile in. I mean, someone could ride the hail
now, when it says bike, it does mean motorcycle, not like a 10-speed, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like someone right on the handlebars of
Let's go
like
for a
hard-
tandem bike. It can fit all three of us.
All right. Do you want to take your chances and push it? A critical success. A critical success is what their threshold is.
I think I'm gonna keep it because, well, if I push it, would I lose the critical success? I'm not gonna risk it.
A well-placed shot to the leg takes the last one down and out of fighting capacity. And they are out of commission, but they are not all deceased. You need a critical roll to fix Carter. Go ahead and we are still on the clock because you still need to know where that briefcase is, Johnny. Because Carter's not carrying it and the thugs don't look like they have it.
Yep.
So you want to get Carter stabilized, which is a critical heal you need.
You just killed Carter. Is Carter dead?
You hear a gurgle.
Oh no!
Something has leaked into his lungs. This man needs the hospital. This man needs a hospital. But you still have an alternative. The thugs aren't dead.
And I approach one of the thugs who are sort of rolling around, going on the ground, and put my brown leather boots to their throat, pinning their head facing me. And I'll look at Carter. What do you need?
Start a season in a fucking hospital. Leave these assholes to me.
I can make it quick. Like getting there, like driving, I can get us there quick.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. I drive my car up to the door while you guys, I guess, can get them loaded in.
Okay. But you still don't know where the briefcase is.
One of the thugs is going in the boot. Don't worry.
Should we search for these guys like pockets and stuff? See if there's any information in them?
This is not D&D.
We'll just pick one of them up.
Fair enough.
I mean, you can question them.
Where's the briefcase at? I said, picking one of them up.
Give me a speech check.
Speech and brawn because I'm threatening them, or
Sure. I'll let you have that.
Hey.
The one that you're questioning says what briefcase?
Just looking over them for any who are still conscious, can I tell, like, which of them might be more in charge than any of the others?
Oh, you don't believe him when he says what briefcase?
That's why I'm asking.
Sure. Describe your action. I'll describe your role.
Um, yeah, if I can, just no hesitation, walks up, gun in hand, at point blank range. Where the fuck is it? Or your brains are covering the countertop.
Give me the speech check.
I'm gonna make the argument, Braun as well.
Okay.
And that is a basic success.
You'll never get it. It's on a plane right now. They're at the airport, getting ready to go. We're just here to slow you down.
Cocks the hammer. Wrong answer. What airport?
There's only one local airport. But he'll name it.
I'll grab a mustard dispenser, turn it around, stick it in his mouth, and then knock him with my elbow and push him to the ground. I think we've got the information we need here, guys.
So the briefcase is being loaded onto an airplane at a local regional airport
In the car.
right now. And
spooky.
Carter is dying right now.
I
mean, Sam definitely has credentials to get into the airport pretty easy. Pilot stuff, I'm guessing, correct? Let's be honest.
You probably have rented planes there before.
I think we should just get to the airport. Carter found out.
So
or do we want to get him to a hospital?
Johnny, how much do you like this guy? You close?
the waitress says, I've already called 911.
Oh.
An ambulance will be here soon.
Perfect. Beautiful. Let's go.
Then
The cops saying an ambulance will be here soon.
then we better get we better drive. Let's get.
As you get out of the, let me get back over to the exterior, even though you can't see it. It's still there. The heroes only have a few minutes to reach the plane before takeoff and retrieve the precious beef. Outside of the diner, they find a black muscle car with gold rims and a red skull airbrushed on the hood. It's clearly the thug's car. Or you have your own car. However, so there's a choice to make right now. Sam was not able to get out to get to her car before the decision was made because I didn't read ahead. Again.
That's fine.
So, which car will you take?
I think take my car because I feel like my car is probably not as flashy as, but also if they're looking for the goons kind of car.
You turn over the key in the ignition. and nothing happens.
In my car,
Your car.
God damn. I get in the ugly goon's car and tell people to set off. I'm sure
Yeah,
mine is
there's no key in the goon's car.
Oh no. I guess I jump it or hot start it,
All right.
which would be because I know I have something for that on my character sheet, I think. What's hot start? I thought there was something in there I saw. Now I'm not seeing it. I get a okay. No,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
do
it.
get a free reroll on it.
Yeah.
I would say that we're going with fix.
Okay, cool. Give me a second to find fix to do, and then should I do, since I'm like hot shotting a car, fix plus crime?
Sure.
Would this be in my free reroll?
Engines are your passion. You're unrivaled at the wheel. Gain a free reroll when driving, repairing, or evaluating rides of your chosen type. This is a car. 2 basic successes. Yeah, it clicks right over when you hotwire it. It clicks
Awesome.
right over and into gear. Something that you kind of realize, despite its flashy exterior, the Thug's car is a rather simple ride with a speed of 1 and only 3 armor points. So
Awesome.
if you want to put that into your, I didn't put it in here. Mission sheet, yeah, that's still there.
Can someone else put that in the mission sheet? I'm not actually
Yeah,
seeing
it's
the
not.
mission.
It's hold on. It isn't there because because I forgot to. Yeah, it's already shared. Okay, it is there now.
In party?
In NPCs.
I'll go
Okay.
ahead and add it.
Thank you.
While you're hotwiring the car, I might raid the diner's radio or our car's cassette player. Maybe pull out a Kenny Logan's Danger Zone cassette to lock into the Thug's car as we make our way to the air.
Of course, I
Airport.
cannot, due to copyright restrictions, I cannot play that as our background music. I am sorry.
It's all in my head now, though.
But it's in your head, so that's all good.
And Vampy, you said that was a speed of 1 and an armor of 3?
Yes.
All right. That's updated.
Once in the muscle car, the heroes can reach the nearby private airfield where the briefcase is about to take off. Standing between the heroes and the runway is a wire mesh gate and 2 guards shouting at you to stop.
Can I floor it through the gate, you think?
Sure.
Alrighty. I lay on the horn.
Nerves plus drive.
Alrighty, let me quick. Oh, it would be drive plus nerves.
Yes.
Because I was looking for nerves.
Yeah.
And,
drive plus nerves. As they start shooting at you as you barrel through the gate.
Oh. Okay.
So there is no reroll available because every single die is part of that critical success because it is 3 basic successes, which equals 1 critical. 1 critical is all you needed to succeed.
At least these dice like you.
Well, it feels like I'm all into this.
Yeah.
So Normally, one should stop at a police checkpoint, but that plane is about to take off. So you barrel through those gates. They start shooting at you, thinking that you're criminals, which right now, technically, you are. You reach the runway. It's already too late. The mercenaries are done loading the plane and have given the okay for takeoff. But the cargo door is still open.
Is the
I'm
cargo
tucking
door big
around
enough
out
to
of the
fit the
car
car?
and looking for the cargo door.
Is the cargo door big enough to fit the car?
Yes. Yeah, this is a cargo plane. It's
Yeah,
designed
okay.
specifically for carrying large
Yeah.
things.
I'm gonna floor the car into the plane.
Yeah.
That sets off
So,
a chase scene.
oh, good.
Nice.
Did I mention I don't have my license, so this feels a little out there for me.
It's fine. We're in an airport. This is private property. You know, at least in the UK, you don't need it.
Yeah, it's traditional movie. The plane is already running down the runway, gaining speed, with the cargo door still down. Perfect. Just so the heroes can just drive into it. That's what you do in movies. There's no reason for that to ever happen in real life, but it happens in every movie that has this scene. So it is happening here. And
Awesome.
what you need to do is we do a number of turns, and you have a need score that you have to achieve
Okay.
in order to get the car into the plane before it leaves the ground.
Alrighty.
You are in a slow car. A speed of
Oh
1.
no!
A speed of 1 is what you start at.
Wonderful.
You have 4 turns to get to the target number.
Great.
During your action turn, the driver must score a critical success to increase your speed by 1. At the same time, the other heroes can attempt creative actions to also increase their speed or slow down the plane. Both are choices. Both equate to you gaining speed. Whether you're slowing them down or speeding you up, both of them count as increasing your speed by 1. So you will each have an opportunity to do something to increase your speed, or can choose to. Nope, there's no or in that sentence. Bear in mind, yeah, that's what I just said. Anytime you roll the dice and does not, anytime you try to do a speed increase and do not roll a critical, your ride loses 1 speed. So get creative. Those of you who are not driving, get creative or skip your turn, basically. Get creative in getting the biggest dice pool you have. You do have adrenaline if you feel like you need it. Adrenaline
Thank you,
counts.
Turdy.
Sorry?
Thank you, Turdy, for the extra. I know I'll need.
What does spending adrenaline do again?
It's
Plus-
like a +1 to your roll typically.
Yeah.
There are also certain
Added dice.
feats that require spending an adrenaline. So if you have a little lightning bolt next to your
Yeah,
thing,
I have one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually thinking of is spin out. You pull the brake and quickly turn the wheel. Everyone better hold on tight. Full turn. All heroes on the ride you are driving skip their reaction turn during a chase. Flip a coin. Heads equal -1 speed. Tails equals +1 speed. That's what I was thinking about.
So rather than taking the chance at trying to get a critical, you want to leave the chance up to a coin and spend an adrenaline.
No, I don't. I just like
Okay. I just wanted to put that out in writing there. make sure it's understood what you need to do.
Yep.
All right, so I am going to go over to my tools and a tracker, add a tracker. This is the chase speed. It is a bar. Its current value is 1. Its maximum value is, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it's 8.
Awesome.
And this will be over in the race against time. And because I'm going to be shifting our alchemy scene here in a moment. Okay. Scenes. I don't think this has any music or anything. I don't think I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to shift it over here. Did I put music to this one? It has music. Good enough. All right. So, while this is not quite the exact scenario, close enough. Sure, why not? Because they are shooting at you out of the back of the plane. They are trying to slow you down, just like you're trying to speed yourself up and or slow them down. And we enter. Action turns all around. There may be occasional reactions if you need to dodge and swerve or not get hit by a bullet. The chase is on. We have been live for just over an hour, which threatens pre-rolls for people coming in. So let's go ahead and run a ad break and bio break. 10 minutes, grab yourself a lunch or a dinner, stretch, look away. This goes for the audience as well. Get up, stretch, walk around, do something so you're not sitting at computer 24/7 like me.
To be honest, in the format for TV movie, this is exactly where they put the commercial break anyways.
Yes. Nice little commercial break for you.
Also probably their little cut. This isn't appropriate for TV. 14 little one of those cuts in their
TVMA.
This movie has been edited down to make it viewer appropriate for the viewers of our television station.
This is TVMA. And we will be right back, folks. I'm going to go ahead and put us on our break screen, which pauses the music and our mics and pauses the action for a moment. And then I'm going to run a pre-roll ad so that people don't come into ads when they're here. We'll see you all in about 10 minutes. No, don't click stop streaming. Don't click that button. Welcome back, folks, as our screen loads back in. Back from the break, getting ready to chase down a plane taking off in standard cinematic style. One of our players was just commenting that this is their first time with Alchemy and how much they have enjoyed it. And those of you who have been here before know how much I love Alchemy. It is an absolutely fantastic VTT for this type of game. For Theater of the Mind, it becomes an enhancement over the top of Theater of the Mind. For, it's great for that type of game that are primarily Theater of the Mind. It just becomes an extension of the setting. Now, it does have a tactical view that I have not used in quite a while. It has had some improvements. Some people really like their tactical view, but for my needs, if I'm playing D&D 5e, for example, or Cyberpunk, where distances matter, area of effect matters, where fog of war can come in handy, stuff like that. For tactical games, I am not ready to switch to Alchemy yet. So there is that caveat. But I am 100% on board with Alchemy for Outgunned, for Vampire, even for Fallout 2D20, which does have zones, which are similar, but zones can be mapped out easily enough. So, there are a lot of games for which Alchemy, to me, is the right solution. To each their own. Some people still prefer Foundry or Fantasy Grounds, and more power to them. That's not my cup of tea. When I want Theater of the Mind, I will always turn to Alchemy. When I want or need a tactical interface for mapping, I will fall back to Roll20 because it is simple to use. It's easy to get up and running with Roll20. It's not as potent or as powerful as Fantasy Grounds and Foundry, but it's easy. So that's why I prefer Roll20 for my tactical games. And Demiplane, which we're not using any Demiplane for this game. It's a character tool and book resource. It is fantastic as well for those purposes. But they got bought by Roll20. Now, everybody was very afraid that Roll20 would bring Alchemy down to its level, or Demiplane down to its level, right? But what's really happening, honestly speaking, is Demiplane is raising Roll20 up to its level, which I think is an immense improvement and a wonderful thing. So while I was against the takeover at first and very upset by it, the outcome that I am seeing happen makes me much more happy that it happened. Demiplane is elevating Roll20. It's not as bad as it used to be, and it's only getting better from here. So there is that, and that's all good. That's enough of my spiel, because we are not sponsored. Although Demiplane, if you want to, I'm here. I love you guys. I know we're not using you for Outgunned, but I still love you. Alchemy, if you're watching this, well, I think I own all the books, so there's not much you could do to throw at me. But you're welcome to sponsor me anyway. But back to the game. We are in a chase mode. The need for speed. When heroes are on one or more rides, running away from an enemy, or when they're speeding after the enemy, that's when a chase begins. The need represents the objective of a chase. The harder the challenge, the more boxes of need you'll have. The need for this chase is 8. Speed. The speed represents how fast the heroes are when compared to their opponents, and determines how many need boxes heroes will fill up at the end of a chase action turn. Players start at the speed of their ride. In this case, it's 1. When heroes reach a speed of 5 or 6, things can get even more complicated and you might start suffering penalties. The ride. Speed ride is valued at 1 to 3, and it represents your starting speed in a chase. Your armor represents how many hits the ride can sustain before blowing up. Something to keep in mind. Most rides can sustain 3 hits. That's your standard average street car. But some can rely on protective plating and have extra armor. On a chase action turn, the driver and all other heroes can try to take actions to increase their speed. For every critical success, the speed will rise by 1. For every failure, the speed will fall by 1. Chase reaction turn. The director describes the actions of the enemies and pursuers and asks the involved heroes to make reaction rolls. When a driver fails, they lose 1 armor and 1 speed. When another hero fails, they lose a point of grit, which is loosely equivalent to hit points, and 1 speed. Winning and losing. Once all the need boxes are full, the heroes have won the chase. If the ride loses all of its armor, it explodes the next time it should lose armor. And the heroes lose 6 grit and the chase. After the 4th turn of the chase, the director raises the stakes by rolling after each reaction turn. If a d6 is greater than your speed, the chase is lost. If the d6 is less than or equal to your speed, the chase continues. Now, this module has a slightly different winning and losing scenario written into it, so we will use what's in the book when we get there. But your need is 8, and you are currently at 1, and you do have 4 turns to get there.
Awesome.
So you want big successes. Now, keep in mind that because of the rule of 3s in this game, right? An extreme success, which is 4 of a kind, is 3 criticals. That's 3 speed.
Okay.
So things do add up quickly if you get good rolls.
Yep.
This might be a case where you want to push it.
Yep, I will definitely be pushing. So first drive plus drive plus nerves.
Yep.
Or okay.
Is that the default?
Yeah. Unless you think it should be like drive plus.
I think drive plus
something else.
nerves.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's push this.
I think you need to push them.
Yeah.
So everything but the hearts. And again, because Sam has, and again because Sam has the feat for the reroll for the free reroll. Even if you had failed to increase it, you would not have lost the basic. But a basic wouldn't have mattered. An extreme, on the other hand, counts as 4 basic, as 3 criticals, or 9 basics. So your speed increases by 3.
Whew. Okay.
That's not the vehicle speed, that is the chase speed. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. You guys can see your tracker. You're up to 4 out of 8. What is everybody else doing on this action turn? Sam, you just drove. You don't have another action.
Yeah, I just realized that.
They're shooting at us from the back of the plane too.
They're shooting, dropping boxes. They're doing things to try and slow you down. We will get to exactly what those things are on the reaction rolls. But yes, they are doing several things to try and slow you down.
Yep. I'm gonna take the chance. Fuck it. He's grabbed his gun. He's straight up leaning out the passenger window because I'm assuming he grabbed a shotgun, and he's shooting at them in the back of the plane, trying to at least get it to where they can't drop anything or anything like that.
All right, give me a shoot. You need a critical to advance the speed.
I'm gonna take the chance of the free reroll for that. You know what? And an adrenaline. So I'll add a die to it. So I'm talking about. So that is gonna be a critical and a basic.
Nice.
Speed will go up by 1, and it will give one of you 1 extra die on your reaction roll for the extra basic. Zach, are you doing anything in the car?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm in this car. There's one of those little things that flap down in the middle back seat that let you get into the boot. So I'm kicking the boot open, and I'm starting to get some weight out of the back of the car by beating up whatever boxes and chairs there are back here, to try and lighten the load and clear the boot out, clear the trunk out.
Sure. You can get into the back to pop the trunk. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what kind of a roll that would be. In order for it to be able to increase the speed, it would have to be something in the boot that's big enough to cause a challenge to
Maybe I get rid of
remove.
a spare wheel.
Yeah. So
I think that might be force.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a force.
Oh, I don't like force. Force and what? Force and brawn?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I spend adrenaline?
Manually.
Okay, cool. Let me just reduce it. Force and brawn.
So you give yourself an extra die on the roll.
Quick
that-
D6, yeah.
No, don't. So now go into the center and roll not the D6 but the OG instead, and we'll put that with it. Because I don't remember which face a 3 is. Heart. So you can re-roll. And I would push it, even though you lose the success if you fail. I would still push it, because you need a critical to advance your speed, and any failure will decrease it. And re-roll the heart too.
Oh, bummer.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Go all in.
No. Don't want to fall out the back of the car.
You do get uneasy footing. You will. I don't think you'll need to, but you won't be able to use the floating bonus die for the reaction, because you're busy in the booth. So you probably won't need it anyway. But you wouldn't be able to use it because Sam hit a bump just as you were trying to dislodge it, and bonged your head. And it is reaction speed. So one of the thugs in the back of the plane that was trying to shoot at you and throw boxes or whatever they were doing falls out of the plane. Sam, you might want to dodge this with a stunt plus nerves, or a drive. Stunt or drive. And it would be plus nerves.
Give me a second here. It's It's safe, so I'm just gonna do drive.
Okay. You
Should I put
successfully avoid the car being hit by a dropped body.
awesome?
One of the other guys is shooting at you, hanging out the window.
Sure.
You want to pick up since you generated that extra die. Do you want to use that since Sam didn't use it? And that is
Yeah.
that's the stunt plus nerves.
That's an extra die. So that is 2 critical successes.
Nice.
You kind of want to save those for your action rolls because the action rolls increase the speed.
I
However,
think so, but also
however-
not getting shot while I'm trying to shoot at them is also a good thing.
yes, because you're not losing speed because you succeeded, and you are not losing grit because you succeeded. Unfortunately, the reaction roll, I don't know what you could do with the extra dice there. You know what? If you score extra successes equal to the enemy defense, I'm going to use this for the. You gain speed. You gain 1 speed for that second success.
Oh, yo!
Nice.
I'm looking in the trackers and I'm not seeing speed.
Did I not share it? Oh, oops. There you go. It's under tools or trackers in the on the other side, not on the character side.
Yeah, we go.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, now I see it. Perfect. Thank you.
We are back at the top because being in the trunk, you didn't have to react to anything, Zach. So, driver,
Drive.
push it
Alrighty.
real good.
Okay. Uncritical. Push this. I won't lose my critical success if I push it, correct?
Correct, because you're driving and you're Sam.
Whoa! Yes!
Yeah.
I've never rolled well really before in my life, so this is new to me.
We finally found a system where the dice like you.
Is anybody doing anything to help speed up the car or slow down the enemy this round?
I'm still shooting.
All right. Go ahead and give it to me.
Yep. Yeah, I do. I want to take a reroll.
Do you have at least 1 basic success? Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. 5 of a kind.
Nice.
Whoa.
Can you read off for me exactly what
Murder.
5 of a kind does for you?
Oh, good. Yeah.
You blow up the airplane.
That's an astonishing success. like-
Impossible, I believe.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Basic, critical, extreme, impossible. Jackpot would be 6.
Yeah, that's what it would go.
So it's impossible. You have hit an impossible threshold, which is fantastic. It's more than enough to get you caught up to the plane. So let's see exactly what happens here because that was intense.
Yeah, that's a speed increase of 3 for that.
So fun.
No. It's a speed increase of 9.
Just dump the nos.
because an impossible is 3 extremes. Each extreme is 3 criticals, and you need a critical to advance it.
Okay, yep, yeah.
So wait, are we to 9? Is that what I heard?
Oh,
Yeah, I think
you're
we're
definitely
in front of
past
the
8.
plane.
You're definitely past
Oh.
8.
We're in the plane. We're like up to the plane in.
Yep,
It feels like a good moment to pull out the cassette I found in the boot of the car. Get rid of Danger Zone and pump in 2 Tribes by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Just as those bullets start flying, and I sort of hold on to those little handrails you get on top of the doors at either side in the back.
as the plane starts its ascent and the nose is up, the car just perfectly glides right up the ramp and into the cargo bay, shattering crates and boxes and totally taking out every single thug that was back there. Completely just zip. And then the engine sputters and dies. This car is deceased. Much like the thugs that you rammed into driving into the cargo hold. This is a breather moment. But we are only on scene 3. Just out of 5. So we're making decent time. But this is a moment to breathe. Get out of your car and look around. You are in the cargo hold. For a moment, you are safe from the mercenaries, and you can catch a break and recover any lost grit. But I don't think anybody lost grit.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Yeah, because I didn't.
It seems like nobody's coming back here into the hold. You search the hold, you don't find the briefcase. But you're able to do this completely uninterruptedly. So it seems like seems like anybody else that is on this plane is unaware that you made it onto the plane. You figure that if they realized you were here, they would have sent somebody back to deal with you. They've got to have more people because the cargo area is not the only part of this plane. It also has an upper decks and the cabin. So there are undoubtedly more people on this plane, and they would be coming after you if they knew you were here. What would you like to do?
Pat Sam on the back and say, "Good driving."
Thank you.
That was a bit of a rush. And then sidekick the passenger door open and step out of the car. What is in terms of the cargo that we can see? Is it just boxes and crates, like nondescript, nothing super obviously sticking out? Okay, cool. And has the door at the back closed now?
Yeah, it finishes closing. You're not in danger of falling out.
I'm gonna have a look and try and find some parachutes.
Never.
There aren't any back here.
Okay.
Let me reread this. There are some somewhere. I just need to double check exactly where they are.
Sure.
That's on that. That's when you see that's in the main. So you're in the back. There's a door leading up to the main cabin. And then you're assuming that beyond that would be the cockpit. There's a main cabin. So this is roughly, 2 car lengths of the back of the plane. And then there's the main cabin, and above, in front of that would be where the cockpit is. But back here in storage, one thing that you notice, give me a awareness. Yeah, a nerve awareness nerves as you're kind of going through the cargo.
Nothing.
You don't find anything of particular interest. It's likely that you flip through a few boxes and there's nothing, and you kind of give up and move on. Is most likely what happened there. Because yeah, there's stuff to find here. You just didn't.
Cool.
It only takes a basic success, so it's not exactly hard to find. So you must have given up. How about everybody give me an awareness nerves? What you got there?
I got 2 basic successes.
Same here, 2 basic successes.
As Zach has shoved a couple of boxes around and given up the look, Sam, you notice that behind those boxes that Zach was looking at are several crates labeled explosives. And Johnny, as you're heading up towards the cabin door, you find a crate marked parachutes. They are back here. But you actually, no, they are not back here, because that would, nope, that's, nope, okay. Yeah, they're not back here. They're up in the cabin. Sorry. That's all you can find back here is that it is full of explosives, and that in standard cinematic style, a single gunshot back here could well blow them off.
Or speeding car.
Yeah, very lucky. The car didn't trigger any of them, but a gunshot will. I don't understand the logic of that, but it's the movies.
It's all in the driving.
To be fair, even further, the movies, they only get triggered once you notice they're there.
Exactly.
That is true. That is true. I guess we'll head up to the door.
I'm trying to decide if I should steal some of these explosives. Or tampering with them could get us killed. I should probably not do anything because I'm reflecting right now.
How much of that do you think out loud?
All of it.
Oh, Johnny, while it would be much better to recover the briefcase and live, the briefcase not making it to its intended target, I suppose, is an option, I guess.
Just kind of looks over at Sam, hearing.
But you
him, and he's
haven't
like,
found it yet. So
"Call
you
that
were
back
told
plan."
that it's here. You were told that it's here. But you don't have evidence of that yet.
Mentality. Call it a backup plan if we need to.
Zach sort of takes his head out of a crate full of hi-fi systems. There are explosives? Where are the explosives?
Oh, what? Once they've been noticed, anybody can notice them without a roll now. They were right behind the boxes you were looking at.
Of course.
So, how are you approaching the cabin? There is a door between you. It's locked.
Is there any kind of window actually to get any kind of a view?
Nope. If there were, somebody would probably be coming back here already.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, we could use the explosives and try and take over the airplane, because if they go off, everybody goes down. Or we could bust the door down and get hands on.
I can probably fly this thing.
I like the confidence.
So,
What do you think? What do you think, Johnny?
We can get you to the cockpit. That'll do well enough. But first things first, we gotta get you up there.
Alrighty.
Are there any of the thugs back here? And do they have like a particular uniform on, or are they just wearing street clothes?
pretty close.
And I'm guessing there's no like logos or anything on these boxes.
Oh, there's tons of tats and scars, just like the thugs that you took out at the restaurant. There's probably a few gang signs here and there, but nothing cohesive enough to be this is a unified crew.
I think I'll look around and see if anyone's got. I'll take off my sort of baggy shirt, revealing a white vest underneath with some light jeans on my bottom half, and I'll try and find a matching denim jacket so that I can double denim it up for the next scene.
Sure,
Feels appropriate.
I like it.
We're channeling Van Damme now.
So the current plan is to bust the door down and go in guns blazing. Is that what I'm hearing? With the explosives behind you?
Maybe not guns blazing.
You want to sneak
Guns
in?
and fists blazing,
Fine.
you know, whatever.
I'm thinking more maybe start with fists flying first. But yeah, I don't
Sure.
know.
The first thing you gotta
We gotta-
do is get through that door. How you want to get through the door? It's locked.
Either you know how to deal with the lock.
Trying to see if that's something that can me. I don't
That would be a crime roll. Crime plus force, crime plus fix, crime plus streetwise. I would say any of those would work well for a locked door.
trying to see what my crime is. Does anyone have a better force than me? Mine's a 1.
The best I can bring is 4 dice. I can do streetwise and crime for 4.
If I go for it, I mean, my fix in crime would be 5.
You could try to break the door down. You could try to shoot the lock, or you could try to pick it.
How is there? Are we skilled enough? And I'm sure the answer is yes. He says, hopefully, to pick a very small piece of explosive and burn through the lock.
I'll give you a little bit of meta. That's overkill, and would require
a very small bit,
and would require the same amount of There's a static set number to open this door, no matter how you try it.
Okay. Cool.
The difference in how you try it is how aware the other people on the other side are going to be when you do it.
Okay. Maybe fixing crime then, Johnny. You got 5 dice on that, right?
No. It's either that or I shoot the door, and that's going to bring them running anyways. Okay, so for fix and crime, that's a critical and a basic.
Nice.
You want to push it? I don't think you have a free push, so it would cost you a success if you fail to increase it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's a 5 dice pool anyway, and that's critical with 3 of them, and the other 2 for a basic.
Oh, so
success.
you can't push
So I can't even if I wanted to.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. It was a 2 basic action roll.
I just realized
So you have
I'm wrong.
3.
My streetwise is 3 with crime. What would that be in dice pool again?
Well, the lock clicks silently. Okay. I mean, you don't even hear it click when Johnny finesses his toolkit in the door. They don't hear it. Door creaks open silently. So I'm using a lot of words that imply sound. The sounds are not actually happening. So everybody give me another awareness. Good.
Gosh. I'm getting the impression Zach is there's no self-awareness. Which works quite nicely, actually.
I don't think I get a free push for this.
Nope,
but because I could lose my success if I push it, correct?
Yes.
With the reroll, that puts me to a critical.
Johnny and Sam, you both see Man in Black walking towards the cockpit carrying a briefcase. Johnny, you also notice that there are mercenaries that are getting parachutes out of the cabin storage and putting them on. And what exactly? You just got a straight critical?
Yeah, it's just a straight critical.
So nobody gets the 3rd threshold of information. Although you already found that because that was in the back. It's the explosives. You're all good. So you think you could, the door's open, they haven't spotted you, they're busy doing stuff. You think you could get to a storage locker near the back of the cabin where nobody is and maybe get parachutes for yourselves? You think you might be able to do that? It would be it would take a good roll, but you think you might be able to. So does anybody want to try getting to the parachutes unnoticed?
I'll give it a shot. I believe I have my stealth's okay. My stealth is 2.
Yep.
So would that be stealth plus
Nerves.
nerve?
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
You are wearing a parachute. Anybody else want to try for that
Nice.
critical? It does take a critical to get the chute and be unnoticed. If you are noticed, you might not have time to get the parachute on.
My failed awareness roll, I think, means that I'm probably not even facing the door, and I'm just stretching my legs in preparation.
Oh, somebody can tap you on the shoulder and point out that there's a bunch of mercenaries in there, and the man in black disappears into the cockpit.
I'm not going to go for one.
Okay. Johnny, do you want to try and surreptitiously get out the parachute?
Yeah, I'll take a shot for it.
All right. It is a critical. Otherwise, the mercenaries will notice.
Okay. You said that's stealth and nerves?
Yep.
All right. Beautiful, and a critical.
Just a critical, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Johnny and Sam are wearing chutes.
Our fighter is unawares.
The fighter is going down with the plane, I guess. In that moment, the man in black comes out of the cockpit wearing a parachute over his elegant suit. The briefcase is handcuffed to his left wrist, and he holds a detonator in his right hand.
Oh no.
And that's when you realize that the only explosives are not the ones in the cargo hold. The cabin is also rigged with explosives all over. They have not noticed you yet. One of the mercenaries is going to the cabin door, and it looks like they're all getting ready to jump.
I feel like we need to get to the cockpit.
You want to head for the cockpit? I can head for the briefcase. That way, if they jump, I'm jumping towards people all wearing parachutes.
You sure you don't want to? I guess. Okay.
There won't be a cockpit if he gets that detonator off.
If
True.
anything, I go out gunflare ready to basically cover for either of you.
Okay. Is there
Okay.
anything?
Well, I'm realizing I am wearing a parachute, so I mean, I could always jump and not have to worry about flying this plane.
Also true.
I think I'm gonna. I think I'll jump just because what's the chances I get blown up? Hopefully.
So the current plan is follow everybody out.
Yep.
Sure.
Just looking that way.
And they jump.
Okay.
The man in black jumps. The mercenaries jump.
I'm booking it right behind them if they start jumping. If there's anything in the cargo bay that's like a metal tray that I can use to surf down the aisle quickly, or to sort of surf over the seats and get closer to where they are, I'm booking it and trying to get as close to them as possible.
I love this GM directive.
Wow, that's rude.
The GM directive is called one wrong move. Now that we've established what is trying to happen, we can carry on with this. But it says, if anyone shoots, the plane explodes. If the man in black sees the heroes before jumping out, the plane explodes. If the heroes touch the controls to divert the plane, you guessed it, everything explodes. Let's put it like this. The plane doesn't really need to explode, but it would be cool if it did. Take every chance. Take every chance to do the cool thing.
We've already paid the special effects guys.
Yes.
We've got the cameras on the helicopters. We need to get the shot.
And
These
just
stuntmen don't work for the union for nothing.
Johnny, you're the last one out the door, and just as you are exiting, the plane is exploding behind you in a great ball of flame. And I think I even have a theme for what's coming next. I like it. But it's time for a commercial break. So we will be right back in about 10 minutes, folks. Stay tuned. See what happens as they jump out of the plane and hope to
One of us
go
without a
after.
parachute.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got the denim jacket. I can.
Yeah,
improvise.
it'll be fine. It'll be
How high are
fine.
What is that coming to his chest?
During our bio break, we will be taking a nice little ad roll as well. Get up. Don't watch the ads. I don't care about them. Leave the computer running so that I get credit for the ads, of course. But don't watch them. Who cares about the advertisers? Just get up, stretch, go look at something 20 feet away, whatever. Go to the bathroom. Do what you need to do. You've got 10 minutes. You guys take a break too. We'll be back, and we'll see you after that.
All right.
Hello and welcome back as our page loads for y'all. So our daring players have launched themselves out of a plane. Um, Thankfully, two of them were quick enough to have parachutes on and are not. Well, everybody's free falling right now because it's still too early to trigger the parachute. But yeah, one of them doesn't have much choice but to free fall. Let's see how it goes from here, shall we? You are plummeting from the debris. There is debris falling all around you as well. And at least one of the mercenaries has noticed you and basically gotten the attention of the others. They're gonna take shots at you as you're trying to do whatever you're trying to do as y'all fall. So, let's see what this says specifically. The sun is beginning to rise, and the heroes plummet toward a rocky shore surrounded by crates and angry mercenaries. The fall will last at least 3 action rounds. That's if you don't have shoes. It could take longer if you do have shoes. If you don't manage to secure a shoot by the 4th round, you're going to have to figure out how to land on a rocky beach. And not the kind of beach that, people go to for rock collecting or anything. The kind of outcropping beach that is just all crags and rocks and sharpness.
Yep.
So, you can get your weapon out and shoot back. You can grab onto a mercenary or to the man in black himself. You can try to steal a parachute or put one on. If you already have a parachute on, you're all set, and you can just shoot at them and make less for when you touch down. But yeah, currently everyone is in free fall. Round 1. What's everybody's action?
I'm gonna try and be as aerodynamic as possible, and gain on the man in the black suit.
Okay. Sounds like a stunt.
Sure.
That sounds like a stunt plus. I'll give you bronze.
Smooth.
Okay, you want smooth? I'll do smooth.
Yeah.
All right.
Stunt and smooth. Okay, let's go. Nice.
Do you want to push that? What are your features? Let's see. I can give you the free reroll for martial arts. You're basically you've reached the guy and you're trying to get the parachute from him, right?
Cool. So narratively, if I'm reaching him, I'm gonna take off the denim jacket, and I'm gonna try and start tying this guy up and maybe put it over his eyes to try and take control of the situation. If that.
Well, he hasn't deployed the parachute yet. It's still just on his back.
Okay, cool. I'll just try and get the parachute from him then.
All right. So you want that free reroll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
1 crit.
The man in black is no longer wearing a parachute, as you will take next round to put it on. Kind of slide in and just manage to slip it off of him. He is very aware that you're there, though.
Mhm.
But what's he gonna do? He's got a briefcase attached to one arm, and the detonator. Well, he doesn't need it anymore. He already blew up the ship, so the other hand's free. So he might grab for a gun or something to try shooting at you. But what's he gonna do? Really? What's he gonna do? We'll see. Johnny, what is your action? What are you doing in this first round of free fall?
Sticking to the assumption he has not noticed what Zach has gone forward and done. He's returning fire to the other one shooting at him already.
All right, and give me a shoot. Shooting nerves.
I'll take the free reroll to see if I can do any better. And I can. That's another 5 of a kind.
Whoa.
Nice.
This
All
sounds like the
right,
best
let
I've
me-
ever seen you roll.
Oop, let me do the. It goes in.
Started with a crit and it went up to impossible.
Nice. I'm looking to see if there's any good NPC group that fits these guys better than just goons, because these are supposed to be a little bit better. I think we could call them Belmont Security. I don't know how good they are. Hitman. Xeno Queen? No, I don't think you're facing off against the Xeno
Not yet.
Queen.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, remember, folks,
No
Alchemy is a
spoilers.
game. Alchemy is a game of cinema, and I have currently all of the books available on Alchemy. So I am looking at a list of NPCs that include NPCs that don't necessarily fit the genre of movie that we are creating here today. So yes, Xeno was a joke. There are no Xenos in this game, as far as you know. I'm going to call this a commando team. That sounds good.
Mhm.
The man in black, you didn't get a thing. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Mission sheet, so you still can see the mission. Oops. Hey, no. Make sure you're shared. Is it still shared with everybody? No. Reshared each seat it goes to. I should have prepped that. Nope, not that one. You don't get the director. Thankfully, I don't have any notes there yet. It doesn't matter. You get the mission sheet, not the director sheet. No, not trackers. Alchemy is like doing 3 things for every one thing I'm doing. I think I have a little bit of a delay on some of these actions. Oh, it is. It's automatically shared. It's the same sheet. Good. Okay. Commando team. That's it. And they do also have critical action and defense. So you did impossible again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you're shooting, you put a bullet right through one head, clean in and out. The trajectory is just so perfect that it tears and rips through another one's pack, so their chute is destroyed. So you've taken out 2 of these mercenaries in round 1. Sam, what are you up to?
I think I'm
What kind of
gonna
action
do
do you
something
want to take?
different.
Sorry?
I think I'm gonna do something a little different. I think I'm gonna shoot at the plane to see if we, or like one of the explosives kind of coming out of the plane almost. Or do you think that's cutting it too close to where we are? Like in falling, where everything is in the air.
Okay. No, that's actually good because things are coming down at you. The possible reactions you all are going to have is them shooting at you, debris falling down at you. So yes, that is a good action to take. If you get your critical success, you will get a bonus die on your reaction roll to avoid something else falling.
Okay, what should I roll?
That's a shoot.
Shoot. Okay. Shoot plus nerves, or I'm just making sure it's shoot plus nerves, not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
What the heck? I found my nicest to my gift.
Give yourself an adrenaline.
Okay.
Yeah, that's worthy of an adrenaline. And specifically, I will carry over a critical success rather than a die over to your avoidance. So you will automatically succeed even if you don't roll one of your incoming detriments.
Okay.
Because that is intense. That's everybody's action. The reaction as they're shooting back at you, that is, these are all, everything is a critical roll during the descent. So, you need a critical success on nerves awareness
Okay.
as you get shot at. Awareness nerves.
Okay.
That's not you,
Oh,
Sam.
sorry.
Sorry.
Absurd.
That is for Zach. Awareness nerves.
Okay. I'm gonna try and re-roll. Nice.
You avoid taking grit. Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
One of the mercenaries has a knife and has decided to fly at you by puffing himself out more to slow down. And you will roll a dexterity brawn dex, to avoid this mercenary with a knife trying to cut your parachute off of you.
Okay. I'll take the chance of losing it. It's only a basic.
You lose a point of grit. Sam, that box that you just shot up, the debris just forms a curtain around you as it comes down on you.
Okay.
And does no damage whatsoever. You're back at round 2. I'm going to throw a tracker on the scene so that I can keep track of the rounds. I'm just going to make this pips. Current value is 2. The maximum value is 4. Well, I'll put the maximum value higher just in case something good happens. But yeah. Sure, so you can all help me keep track of the rounds. We are on round 2. It is the action round. What's everybody trying to do this round? What is your activity, your action, your proactive stance?
I think I'll now that I've got this parachute on, I'm gonna wrap my legs around the briefcase to try and grip it. My intention is to pull the parachute and break this guy's arm because I'm assuming it's handcuffed to him.
Yeah.
And the force of the parachute going up will potentially take
this could be bad for your ankles, or this could be bad for his hand, or both. Yes, yeah, absolutely. So you want to get the parachute on first. Sure. That will be your next round's action, because that'll be the same round. The third round, when everybody wants to pull their parachute, is when you'll want to do that. Right?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Sam, are you doing anything active this round? As you're plummeting into the ground?
After us that I could shoot at?
There is debris all over the place. Every round there is a chance that something is going to fall on somebody, yes.
I think I tried to take out one debris with my gun.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me that shoot nerves again.
I'm gonna push it.
You managed to hit one, so there's one less thing that can come down at you. But it's not enough to put any extra into your reaction roll.
That's fine.
Johnny, what is your active action?
Well, I mean, there's the old adage of bringing a knife to a gunfight. Slash at me, he's getting shot at.
Makes sense.
So that is a critical and 1 basic.
You do manage to do a... You certainly shake him off of you. He won't be bothering you now. Something else will probably happen. As we enter the reaction roll, the man in black is going to shoot you again there, Zach. So that's your nerves and
awareness.
Yeah.
I'll push it.
Yeah, you take a point of grit.
Folks.
This bullet grazes your arm. And you're not sure, but it might have grazed the strap of the parachute.
Oh
no. Sam.
Yep.
You get caught in a sideways gust of wind. It just kind of it's throwing you off your game, and it's a stunt plus nerves to maintain your course.
Okay, give me 1 second. Alrighty.
Would you like to push that?
You know what? Yeah.
There you
Hey.
go. As you avoid losing your train and you avoid getting shaken out of your current course, we roll over to see what terrible fate befalls Johnny. Johnny, a big sheet of airplane aluminum is coming right at you. Please do a brawn endure as it smacks into you, and if you fail, that's going to be
So that once again is a critical and a basic.
critical. Means you do not take a grit. The basic means it doesn't cut into the straps or damage the chute.
Hell yeah.
As we enter round 3, with the ground getting very dangerously close, several of the mercenaries start popping their chutes, the few that are left. The man in black is making himself as big as he can to slow down and hopefully be able to catch up to Zach, who stole his chute and is wearing it. Zach, this is where you're trying to kind of kick him away but keep the briefcase at the same time.
Yeah, I'm almost putting, so the arm that he's holding this or the arm the briefcase is attached to.
Yeah.
I'm almost sort of putting it into an arm bar with my legs, so that to sort of, because we are fighting.
Yeah.
In order to secure the briefcase and
Oh, yeah.
hold that close to me, and
Yep.
then yank the parachute on the
Yep.
parachute cord. So,
Yep, give me that critical success.
what would you like me to roll for that?
We'll call that a brawl? What is that called in this one? Not you. Me. Fight. Yeah, fight brawn.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you are directly and it's unarmed, so you get that free reroll as well. You are directly trying to keep this man off of you and keep the briefcase at the same time as pulling the string.
Ugh. Come on. 2 basic success.
There is, so if you push it the second time, you lose everything if you fail. However, 2 basic successes isn't enough to succeed in the first place. There is no risk in going all in. So,
Well,
do you have any?
let's go for it.
Yeah, it's just that one. No, the skull and the bullseye. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the skull and the snake eye.
Go on.
1 critical is enough.
Let me sweat for it.
1 critical is enough to secure the briefcase. 1 basic is enough to pull the chute. You will have a reaction to see if he manages to grab hold of you and not get jerked away. So that will come on the reaction round. As to the final outcome of your maneuver will be on the reaction round. Sam, what are you up to? This is the round where you should probably pull the chute, and you won't, and you probably shouldn't shoot things above you anymore.
Okay, I won't shoot anything above me. Before I do, how in danger is Johnny with his attacker?
Oh, he kicked the guy that was on him. He kicked him off.
Not the
Shot
attacker.
him off.
I would not the attacker. I misspoke. The
Debris.
metal.
Oh, it
Yeah.
bounced into him, but he just shifted, rolled, and it
Okay, I wasn't sure
cascaded
if it
away.
was, like, ready to like hit him again, kind of thing is what I was.
No, unless you want it nearby and surf it down or something, because that would be cool.
Yeah.
But I think that's more Zach's style than Johnny's.
I'm gonna pull my chute, and I'm gonna. How safe do you think it'd be to shoot at the man in the suit also?
Go for it.
Okay. I don't want to if I just didn't want to do it if it meant I would hit.
Probably not. A total failure, I might, but you want to push it?
Yep.
You did not improve it. You can't even go all in. Your shot is wide. It just goes. It hits a crate that's not near anybody. Crate explodes. Johnny.
Again, following suit to the rest of them, pulls his chute, and kind of following Sam's line of sight, notices, and is also going to take a shot at the man in the suit.
All right.
Take this free reroll to see if I can. Again, margin always helps. Margin didn't help in this case, but that's still a critical.
Nice.
The man in black unfortunately has plot armor.
As they always do.
As what?
As they do.
Plot armor.
Oh.
That's why he's
Okay.
dressed in black.
Mm.
I originally heard cobbler, and so I knew that was.
I can hear it.
Just a light snack as you're plummeting toward the ocean.
Okay. It does graze his arm. You did damage him. But with any of these thugs, that would have been a clean hit. But yeah, it just kind of grazes his shoulder.
No.
But as you pull your ripcord, it fails.
Oh no! Oh no!
It says, if all players have a parachute, one of them is in for a nasty surprise. When they pull the ripcord to open the chute, it malfunctions and won't deploy. Lucky
I know what
you,
happened.
Johnny.
I Icarus too close to the sun.
Huh?
I Icarus too close to the sun.
Well, it couldn't be it couldn't have been Zach because Zach has the Men in Black suit.
Yeah.
Or chute. And the Man in Black chute would have opened. I still have to figure out exactly how the Man in Black is going to get away from this because he wasn't supposed to have his chute taken. He was supposed to grapple with him and glide down with him at best. So, but that's okay. What's done is done. Yeah, that pulls us solidly into scene 5, which is the final scene. We have a half hour to go. I think we are going to push through, even though it means that people will get ad rolls if they come in late. Just because I don't want another bio break now. So we're going to push through. And let's see exactly what's going on here. Now that you're out of the air, did it just totally bypass on what happens? How do you? Okay, no, the reaction roll. We need the reaction round. Zach, go ahead and make a stunt and nerves to avoid this guy sticking with you as you pull the chute. And you're at
2 basics.
You know that it is you know that a minimum of a critical is necessary, and it might be more because this is the important person. So there's no harm. 2 successes, 2 basic versus 1 basic doesn't matter. So pushing it is totally free. It's not free, but it might as well be.
Yeah. Can I re-roll one of these successes as well, or only the ones that
only
didn't
dice
match?
that failed? So that's just that snake eye.
2 basics.
And the Man in Black,
strong.
Yeah, the Man in Black manages to, as the chute is just starting to unfurl, manages to grab onto your legs and hug the briefcase and your legs tightly. So he will come down with you. But you can take an adrenaline.
For a flying kick.
You can have a free adrenaline.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sam, your reaction roll.
I swim over to Johnny and like hang on to him since I have a working chute.
On the action round, yes. On the reaction round, no.
Okay.
You are reacting now to what's going on around you. But that can be sort of part. Your reaction can be to set you up in that direction, and
yeah, that sounds good.
A success on nerves. Let's do style nerves.
Okay.
That will get you closer and make the action round easier if you get a good success. Do you want to push it?
Yes.
So the bull and the skull.
Whoa.
That will definitely improve the chances of Johnny being able to hitch a ride on Sam's parachute. Johnny, that is... Let's see how you avoid being shot one more time. Nerves awareness.
All right. risk of it.
Sorry?
Taking the risk of the reroll. Unfortunately, this one not so free. Yeah, it's only 2 basic.
Wait. If you took the risk and it's not free, it goes down to 1? Or did you have 3
yeah,
already,
yeah.
which would be a critical? Okay. So 1 basic. No, you take a grit. You take a grit as a bullet punches into you.
Yep.
So we are now at round 4, where things get very dangerous for the landing. The guy with the parachute smacks into the rocks and becomes a bloody pulp. The guy that was shot never got to pull his parachute, smacks into the rocks, becoming a bloody pulp. What are your actions to avoid this same fate, Johnny? You can tell that it looks like Sam is trying to accelerate and angle directly at you, and looks... You know what? That roll was so good. You would swear that she's piloting an ultralight, not hanging onto a parachute.
Absolutely doing what he can to try and get close to where that ability to latch on would be possible, and if for some reason misses, trying to at least see if he can land closer to water and less so rocks.
Give me a stunt roll. I'm gonna say plus nerves though. You're all plummeting. This is nerve wracking.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm gonna take the chance to also add an adrenaline here.
Alright.
For an extra. And yeah, doing the reroll. Oh, thank goodness. So that puts me at 1 critical and 1 basic.
Okay.
Nice.
Sam, you're
Yeah, I'm gonna go for
it's
grabbing.
it's not a plane, but right now you have the kind of control over it that you would have with an ultralight. You have figured out how to fly a parachute. Now you don't get the free reroll because it's not a car.
Yeah, but
But-
it's drive.
Yeah, but
Is that
you
what you're
can
reading?
yep. You can drive to it and grab them that way.
Oh, can I still re-roll?
You can re-roll but if you
Or
don't
re-roll.
improve it, the basic goes away. But a basic is not going to be enough to actually secure John.
Can I said re-roll? Would pushing be an option, or do I just re-roll?
It's the same as push. Yeah.
Okay.
The push mechanic in this game is called re-roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Oof. You guys, man, you got some crazy dice, man. That's insane.
Gabby, do not make me ever roll flirt. Because that will kill all of it.
How you doing? You very deftly snag Johnny just before the oncoming ground impacts.
You good?
Better.
Everyone with a shoot. No, you know what? No, I'm going to, because those rolls are so good, we're going to do this. Just before you touch down, you all manage to angle toward the rocky beach. The mercenaries, not so lucky. Those that were not dashed upon the rocks are in the water and are going to have to swim for shore. Their firearms have become useless. You all manage to glide just to the beach. However, just before you get there, because plot armor in the way of the story, the man in black managed to wrestle the briefcase free of your arms, drop to the ground, do a tuck and roll, and start running, and has a head start on
You can give him a shot against me if you want. I'm cool with him being able to shoot at me.
you. No, we're good with this. Once on the shore, the heroes find themselves next to the surviving mercenaries, except they're all in the water, while the man in black tries to escape. At least one of the heroes must pursue him, while the others should fight the enemies. Well, you all did really well on your rolls, and you can push to you can just ignore the mercenaries that landed in the water and are currently swimming to shore, and you can all pursue.
Okay.
You took enough out in the air, and the rest of them landed in the water, and you guys did phenomenal on your rolls. So, we are still or back in combat, depending on how you think about it. And yes, you're chasing him down is definitely your current target. And yeah, let's wrap this up in the next 20 minutes because we've got one page of Scene 5 and the epilogue are both contained on this one page. So we've got this. Hit it. What's your action round as the man in black starts running away from you with a little bit of a head start as you all come down and are on the beach? You strip out of your parachutes and start chasing after him.
Do you guys want to go first?
I was gonna say, considering Johnny doesn't have the extra thing of the actual parachute having deployed, minute his feet are in any level of ability, tossed off the bag, going straight after. Take a chance to try and shoot, aiming for his legs, just trying to trip him up.
Sure.
I'll fail the free reroll. There's a critical and a basic.
All right, man in black gets grazed. Oh wait, I need to see if I do. I have another scene that's good for a beach? No. This isn't quite the scene you're set on, but it looks cool, so I'll just use this one instead.
Nice.
In-game mission sheet. Add that. That way, if you have notes, it's there for you. NPCs. Do I have them? Who would be a good? I was looking for him before. I've got his stats, but I kind of want to be able to keep track of his grit more easily. I'll just adjust the train because that probably means a bear, not. Oh yeah, that's not what he is. We'll just add a new piece. Let's create a non-player character. Oh, there is a template. Let's use boss's template. Can I edit that? Alright, let's use bad guys. That works. Yep. Never mind that his name is new player character. Alright. And you did one critical, one basic, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Now.
I think
action?
is there any sort of like vehicle in this area? I figured I'd also ask just to play it safe.
There's bits of plane still raining down.
I don't think that'll do much for Sam. Sam just starts booking it after the guy in the suit.
Let's do a stunt with nerves or brawn.
Alright.
You are keeping pace with him. Zach?
What range would he be from us at the moment?
Not melee. Whatever the next one out is. Close.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at the ranges.
Okay, so I think he's probably too far to do a flying kick. Which was the intent.
Actually, I think flying kick lets you move and kick. I think that's the whole point of it. It lets you attack melee at close range.
It says attack an enemy within close or medium range. Gain +1 to your roll.
Yeah. So he's close.
Okay, cool. So what I'll probably do then is
the ranges are like zones. Melee range is direct fisticuffs. Close range is just outside of that, where you'd actually have to move to encounter. And then medium is the next one outside of that. Normally, close and medium are relegated to the firearms. But with flying kick, you can close that distance and attack. So you're putting yourself at the same range. Yeah, so you get
Cool.
+1 on your roll.
Okay, so once I've landed and I've stripped off the parachute, The denim
And-
jacket's also going to fall off my shoulders as I run, and sand is going to be kicked up in the air slightly too high, but very dramatically, as I look for a rock or something to get some purchase on with my 1980s pure white trainers, and launch a flying kick-off to try and... I'm not trying to kill this guy, I'm just trying to get him on the ground to let the others catch up as well.
So your good news is because the enemy is in close range and you are barehanded, you do not need to spend the adrenaline to use flying kick.
Nice. So tell me one more time how I get the +1. Is it, do I click the D6,
so-
the coin, or the OG?
So unfortunately, the Outgunned system doesn't build properly. Like, it doesn't build the pool properly, so it has two separate rolls. So the easier way to do it is to look at your sheet and know that you have 3 brawn and what is fight? 3. So that's 6. So you have 7 dice. So instead of clicking the skill, you would just click. So turn that roll off or cancel it, and then click the guy in the bottom and do 7 OGs.
Okay, cool.
They are working on having the dice modifiers added in. It's just not working yet. 2 basic.
Okay.
This is unarmed combat, so you do get a free push on that.
Yeah. Nice. 1 crit, 2 basic.
Your kick lands and does some damage to this guy. He stumbles, and that will let Sam catch up next round. But he doesn't stumble enough that he isn't shooting a gun back at one of you. Let me get right quick on this guy. So, Zach, you're a little bit too close for his comfort, and he doesn't want to shoot at point blank because that's actually more difficult than shooting at a range. So he fires right over your shoulder, shooting at the next closest person. That would be Sam. You are going to make an awareness nerves
Okay.
to
Your
avoid.
turn.
This is
And
what
I will
happens when you
warn
roll.
you. I will warn you. He is much better shooting on the ground than he was in the
great.
air.
That usual self finally came out to play.
You will take 2 grit as a bullet punches your shoulder.
Awesome. This is how I usually roll.
In order to shoot, you have to be moving because you're an ace. So you have to be in a car or in a plane or falling.
Yeah.
If you're stood still, your shot is terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Truth be told, I love it when this happens.
About this time, the first of the mercenaries actually reaches the shore and chucks a grenade in your general direction, Johnny. So you might want to be able to avoid that.
Usually.
This is an
Spicy.
extreme reaction roll. Generally, brawn plus stunt.
Mhm.
If you manage to score an impossible here, you actually bounce it back at them.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
Brawn and stunned.
Brawn and stunt. You want to describe your avoidance action, your reaction? Before you count your successes, because it may matter for re-rolling purposes.
initially just in the sense of trying to avoid it. He's just picking up speed. He's attempting to run faster.
Okay. No rerolls. Well, no free rerolls. I had an idea that would have gotten you a free reroll.
This way that reroll's gonna cost me anyway. Oh, and it still doesn't help me. I mean, that's 3 basics for a critical, but
A critical is not an extreme. No. You take 6 straight.
fuck!
Oh my god!
Damn.
So, Vampy, one quick thing, because I'm looking at this this grit tracker on my character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm already at 2.
Yeah.
With the 6, that puts me into the
The hot box?
bad square.
The bad square? Did you wait? Okay. So when you hit the hot box, so there's. I need to look at a regular character sheet real quick. Where am I here?
Because it's bad, and then 4 more would put me at hot. That's why.
Oh, okay. I've got them backwards. You're fine. The bad box is you do take an injury, and you gain an adrenaline.
Well, I mean,
what
I'm
is
getting
your
hit with a
injury
grenade. I would figure I'd gain an injury.
Sorry?
I'm getting hit with a grenade. I'm figuring I'm gaining an injury.
I mean, it's typical. You know, it might happen.
I would send the good rolls early.
Johnny's leg comes off and kicks the man in the black suit. You get a flying kick attack.
You do get the adrenaline,
Mm-hmm.
but you take an injury. Unfortunately, the module doesn't cover injuries, so I need to help. Adrenaline failure is dangerous for us. It takes grit. Probably it takes grit. Grit is 12 boxes. Actually, I've been doing damage wrong this whole time. There are a lot of failures that result in grit loss. So, bad box when you no, you don't get the adrenaline. Sorry.
Oh, I do.
The
I have the
eighth.
thing that gives it to me.
Oh, okay. The 8th box is the bad box. When you fill this box, you suffer a condition determined by the director. Yeah, you're supposed to lose a lot more grit than you've been doing. That's okay. It's okay.
We'll know for next time.
Condition. There are 5 core conditions, each tied to an attribute. When you get one of these conditions, you suffer -1 to all rolls made with that attribute until you find a way to treat it. And there's more to it than that. There's also tired, but that's not a penalty one that's separate. Let's see, what's a good condition for getting shrapnelled? Let me look at a character sheet again.
I hate to say this, but my heal is a 1.
So is mine.
Great.
That's why our buddy back at the diner was so screwed.
All right.
So he's dead.
Did that shake your nerves? Did it scar you? Did it throw off your focus? Did it damage a muscle? I'm gonna say it damaged some muscle. So you have shrapnel in your back, and that is your condition for brawn. So brawn will be at a -1.
Yeah, thankfully that feat gives me a +1 to my next roll. Oh, thank God.
And Zach, you lucked out. You don't need a reaction action this turn. So we are back to the combatant, and we are in action mode. Zach, what are you doing? You've got this guy in melee range, no longer close, so you can't flying kick again.
Cool.
You can just do a regular combat, but
I'm going to use my other feat, which is combo, which means I can use. After hitting an enemy, you can spend one adrenaline point to deal one additional grit. So you can spend several to continue the combo and deal additional damage. So I'm going to try and keep beating on this guy.
Sure.
And then I've got 2 adrenaline I might dump into that.
All right.
So fighting brawn. An extreme success and a basic success.
Okay, that does definitely some damage.
And I'm going to use the combo to dump 2 adrenaline in for an additional 2 damage.
Critical. Yeah, that is.
I'd be happy to swap some of that damage to disarm him with his pistol.
Sure. You are fists of fury right now, with just a flurry of blows. You give monks in D&D a bad name. As you, as one hand smacks the gun out, the other hand punches directly into the face. This hand comes back and gives him a gut punch to the kidney. You're just wailing on this guy. And he goes down. But he's laughing at you and mocking you for wasting an entire day chasing him. A quick pat down, no roll needed. You find the keys to the briefcase. Inside the briefcase, Johnny, you find a bunch of blank papers and a single yellow post-it note with a simple drawing of a smiley face.
Gosh dang it!
He blew up a plane. This guy's budget is insane. There's got to be invisible ink.
This is the wrap-up period, and we are at time. So let's run through the wrap-up real quick so we can start on unwanted guests next week. There's not much to do other than question him if you wish, or we can fade out there.
I'm indifferent.
Johnny's core, isn't it?
I'm good with fading there if y'all want to.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so the camera fades to black, zooming in on the face of the man in black, laughing at you, despite being very broken and bloodied.
Ugh.
And that is Race Against Time, the first scene, or the first chapter of Project Medusa. And I hope you all tune in next week as we return to see if they can get closer to stopping the madman with the genetic bomb, so to speak. We will go around the table to do our outros. And let me grab this link again real quick so I have it again. Go ahead and give us a kickstart there, Sarah.
Hi, my name's Sarah, and I was playing Sam Jackson today, and I hope you had a really fun time because I sure did.
And Benji?
Thank you all so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is Benji, and today I have been your favorite John McClane knockoff, Johnny. And should be interesting. Hopefully I'm not taking any more shrapnel in the near future.
Yeah, bad things happen when you hit 4 conditions. Just gonna put that out there. And GM runs games.
Hey, I'm Thomas, or GM Runs Games. I've been playing your double denim wearing, no parachute having, sand throwing, kung fu disaster from the 80s, and I'll see you next week.
And I am, still have been, always will be, the GM here at In the Crypt. I am Vampire Bites, and we hope to see you all next week. Stay fresh, blood bags.